Welcome to The Pod Has Been Cast, Book 1, Into the Void. Hey everyone, welcome to our this is not a podcast, so our video cast. We are The Pod Has Been Cast, and we're here to you today, brought to you by MinMaxGames. Carlos, tell us a little bit about MinMaxGames.
Yeah, so I get to work with these fine folk. They sell a lot of really cool stuff like magic cards, hint, hint, Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Flesh and
cards
Blood.
Still a thing?
Oh, they're still a thing. They're completely...
If you still have the heart of the cards, the Yu-Gi-Oh cards are still a thing.
Wow.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, too
I always believe in the heart of the cards. But they also
More like
sell,
the fart of the cards.
They also have, if any of you are familiar with any of the Games Workshop games, they sell like Warhammer and things like that. So, which are basically like little figurines that have stats and you move them around a board and you try to kill your friends. It's pretty great.
Like chess.
Well, MinMax brought us here today to talk a little bit about Magic the Gathering's new crossover with D&D. You see, we run a D&D podcast. The Pod Has Been Cast. I'm Jules. I'm the dungeon master of that campaign. And who's live on camera with me today?
Well, my name is Robert Leahy. I use he, him pronouns. And on The Pod Has Been Cast, I play Xandar Radnax, who also uses he, him pronouns.
Hey, y'all. My name's Bianca Phipps. I use they, them pronouns. And on the podcast, I play Hart, who also uses they, them pronouns.
And my name is Carlos Olmedo. I use he, him pronouns, and I play Rain Hallwinter, who uses she, her pronouns.
If you're curious about D&D or are loving D&D and love sort of sci-fi action adventures, The Pod Has Been Cast might be for you. We get into lots of space shenanigans on spaceships and we blow things up, and it's a great time. But that's what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about Magic the Gathering. Yeah! I don't know much about Magic. I think we're all kind of noobs.
Neither do I.
Yes,
right?
absolute
baby
virgin.
bit, like
Untouched.
a little baby bit.
A little baby bit, but it's really cool. They're doing this crossover with D&D. They have a lot of like materials that they've released specifically for this to kind of tie in D&D and Magic. These are both Wizards properties, and you're going to see a lot of characters from both worlds kind of colliding together. So I think first we're going to kind of intro some of the stuff that we have here around the table, and we'll talk a little bit more about it. Okay, so you're not sitting down yet.
Wait, you can go ahead. This is supposed to be laid back.
Chill as hell.
Chill as hell.
So let's start down the table and work our way around. Bianca, what do you got in front of you right over there?
Right in front of me over here, I've got the Magic the Gathering Dungeons & Dragons Adventures in the Forgotten Realm bundle.
With 10 draft boosters.
10 draft boosters.
We love a bundle. Robert, what about you?
You
reach it?
That is the draft box.
Nice. A box of
Or
draft.
maybe it's a set box?
The draft booster box.
No. You've got the set boosters over there. You're
This
right.
Oh,
is
okay.
set
Yeah, the draft
booster.
box. I got the draft box.
You got the draft box. And this, I held this up before. This is a handy little thing. So not every store is going to carry these, only like your licensed Magic the Gathering sellers, but they have little pouches here for your cards, as well as some extra area here, some grid paper where you could, I don't know, like draw some maps or keep some notes, keep some scores of your games. You got, this beautiful art right on the front. You
Gorgeous.
got a picture of Drist and Drist's pet displacer beast, whose name I don't know.
That's so sick.
You see he's like jumping there with those two swords. Drist is like a classic Dungeons and Dragons character, and he's going to be featured a lot on these packs. And then over here, the one I'm responsible for is this draft box.
Close.
No, you got the set
boosters.
booster.
I got the set boosters.
Yeah.
Again, y'all, we don't know what these things are,
This
but
is
we're going
new
to
for
open them up
us.
and we're going to learn a whole lot.
And the set booster has every card from the set? Is that the idea of what the set booster is? Yeah, every single card from the whole new
to
set.
collect all the cards from the set.
Awesome. And we're going to be popping it open and taking a look. Also, some of these stores are going to be carrying these. Now, this is a starter campaign. So what you have in this little booklet is a full game, right? So what you can do is you can if you're interested in running D&D for the first time and you kind of want to get your little toesies wet, you can take a look in there, and it should have everything you need to get started, right?
Yeah, there's stat blocks for creatures, pre-generated characters, some magic items. It looks like it's set in a place called Nomengard.
Nomengard.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah. So pick those up if you can find them at your stores. Otherwise, there are tons of available resources online to get yourself sort of started playing Dungeons and Dragons and to get started playing Magic. Robert, you have a good resource for people that are interested in sort of learning more about the lore.
Oh, yeah. So I did check this out a little bit before we got here. So the Magic the Gathering team, much like the Dungeons and Dragons team, are fantastic writers, content creators. And if you want to go to mtgstory.com, they sort of detail the lore that they are sort of going for with this set.
Fabulous. And why don't you tell us a little bit about that, Carlos?
Yes, I get the little fancy boys.
This is the fancy boy.
So this is the collector booster box. This is for all of you people who really enjoy finding the fancy cards. I'm talking foils. I'm talking special artwork. I'm talking all the really neat stuff that this set has to offer. This set, I think it has about like 12 packs in it, and all of these cards are very, very pretty.
Fabulous.
Very pretty.
Well, this is actually all coming out. Today is the 22nd. These are releasing tomorrow on the 23rd. So by the time you see this video, these will probably be out on the market, but we are going to be the first, at least in Addison, Illinois, to get our grubby little paws on these cards. So next up, we're going to be ripping some things open and taking a look at what's inside. Awesome. Well, I'm going to wait for Carlos to sit down.
Come here, baby.
Once Carlos sort of settles in, we're going to kick it over to Bianca. Bianca, you're ripping that open right now.
Yes! I didn't want anybody to watch me struggle on camera.
Pre-slice the
We're going to be doing some pre-slicing around here. So
Yeah.
while Bianca's getting those open, I'm going to tell you a little bit about our card cam. Hashtag card cam.
Hashtag card cam.
We're going to be putting things here as we're opening them so you all can get a closer look at the cards that we're finding. Bianca, what do we got?
We've got the draft booster box.
Yes.
If you pop open this little paper sleeve, get some little art.
Gorgeous. It kind of looks like a DM
So
screen.
nice. Yeah, it does look like a little DM screen.
Oh.
And I'm sure people who know what Magic the Gathering is more so than I do would be happy to tell me how this can be used in Magic the Gathering game.
There you go.
None of those people are here.
But I'm sure they'll tell me in the comments.
Yeah, there you go.
And then you get this little box. Oop, 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 oop. It comes with a little package if you want to pop this over there
so
on the
these
card
are-
cam. These are like little dungeon cards, similar to the one that you can see, but that one's just in plastic.
Right, and those are like some famous D&D dungeons. So there we have the Dungeon of the Mad Mage.
Ooh, difficult.
Yes.
White Plume Mountain.
And we also have the Tomb of Annihilation. So many characters have been killed in the
Yes,
Tomb
a
of
lot of
Annihilation.
people have died in the Tomb of Annihilation.
So you may recognize some of these famous Dungeons and Dragons locale. Those are featured in these boxes.
I'm just going. These are so cool. These are different, I suppose, like actions and creatures and events that happen. Like this one says, "You come to the Knoll camp," which I bet you do. You see a
Classic.
guard approach. Wow, these are so pretty. Some of these are just like so. This one is shiny.
Oh, you got a shiny one.
I do have a shiny
yeah.
one.
Oh, let's see the shiny.
It's called Guild Thief. It's very pretty.
Ooh, an orc rogue, a creature.
Ooh,
Play a thief.
I've
This
never.
is like one of the water-aligned cards. This is a Guild Thief.
That's so cool.
And we're going to pop it right there. Take a look at that beauty. Take a look at that beauty.
Take a look at that, Crook.
It's an absolute beauty.
Gorgeous. All right. Settle down, everybody. We're having a little too much fun. I've never played a thief, but I have taken one level in Rogue.
Yeah.
In honor of a character that died
Oh.
in a campaign, which was really sad. He was my twin brother, and we discovered he was my twin as he died in my arms.
Classic.
Pour it out for Taz. All
It's a
right,
real D&D shit. Poor
I love
Taz.
D&D shit. Poor Taz. These are really cool, but these seem to be, you got like a couple different packs in here, and then like some clear packs of like artifacts and items and things. Hefty box.
We
Lots of
love a
stuff.
hefty box.
We love a
here.
hefty box.
And this is one of the many hefty boxes we're going to be tearing into, just absolutely tearing into these hefty boxes. Let's see what's up next.
Cool.
Here's one cool thing. A lot of these packs come with these little D20s, but these work a little differently than the D20s that you get in D&D, right?
Yeah. So Magic the Gathering, the like point of the game is to bring your opponent down from 20 to 0 life. So these D20s are actually like sequential, so you can count down life, as opposed to typical Dungeons and Dragons D20s where it's a little more randomized and offset.
They're gorgeous. They're gorgeous. Speaking of gorgeous, Robert.
Ooh, yeah, my turn.
Yeah, let's take
You're
a look
so
at
good at
this.
transitions.
Tell me about it. You
All
know?
right, so yeah,
Smooth.
I'm looking at the draft booster box right here.
Knife.
Knife. All right, just get me started so I didn't have to use my teeth. And we
I
are
feel like that was
popping
a targeted.
this
That was a
guy.
targeted slate. Off camera, I used my teeth. I can admit to that.
It was effective.
Yeah, it got it open.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right, so inside of this bad boy, oh my god, there are so many packs.
There's a lot of packs.
It's like a million packs in a draft booster box.
This is like 100 packs.
Oh my
It's
God.
raining packs.
I don't know how many it really is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 36
Fucking nailed
packs
it.
inside of this
36
thing.
packs?
So these are 15 card draft booster packs. And again, you get that beautiful picture of Drist and the unnamed Displacer Beast. Should we crack one of these open?
Yeah, I don't know which one to pick.
Crack one of those bad boys open.
B, if you could put
I want
that
you
back
to
up
close
there.
your eyes and I just want you to like feel around.
Just like, yeah. Just,
Part of the cards,
just feel-
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Part of the
Part of the
cards, yeah.
cards.
All right, I'm going to take one just from the sort of center of this stack here.
Just remember
Love that.
Yu-Gi-Oh. I know we're not allowed to talk about this, but
Why are we not allowed to talk about you?
because it's like,
Oh, they're a competitor.
I guess, but like
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh. Remember the Pharaoh thing?
Yeah.
An Exodia.
Exodia.
I don't believe you guys that they still sell Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't think they're making Yu-Gi-Oh.
They
It's real.
are.
They
They're
are.
doing
I
it.
literally
Yeah.
barely
Well,
sends them out.
It was a card game before it was
Sorry,
an
I'm
anime.
gonna cut that out.
What?
Nothing. Anyway, so what's in the pack?
Let's see here. God, this artwork is so cool.
It's gorgeous.
Some dryads, some goblins. Let's see here. Any ones that are particularly interesting to me? Ooh, what is this here?
Ooh.
We got a hollow here. It's an instant. Unexpected Windfall. As an additional cost to cast this spell, discard a card, draw 2 cards, and create 2 treasure tokens. Oh, here, put that on the
Put it on the card
can for me.
This is definitely worth the card can. That's a gorgeous card right there.
Wow, what a beauty.
What's the best
Really?
piece of D&D treasure you've picked up?
Ooh, my favorite magic item of all time.
Yeah.
The Cape of Montebank.
Oh, sure.
I love teleporting and shit. And that was the first ever like taste of it I've ever had. So whenever I can get a Cape of Montebank, I always take that opportunity. That item is sick.
Gorgeous. Well, if you want some draft booster sets to sort of boost your card set, pick up one of these and you might find something shiny and pretty in it. I think we are going to move on to our next box.
Hi. Right?
Awesome. Well, I guess we're back. I think it's my turn next. I'm
Yes.
going to
It
be
is your
opening. Please, I'm just a little baby. Somebody tell me what this is. What am I opening up here?
You're opening up your set boosters.
These are my
go.
set boosters.
Yes.
All right. And these have guaranteed foil and art cards in them.
That's
All
right.
right.
I hope you find it.
I hope I find it too. Now I do have these freakishly long nails, which are very good at just like
So sharp.
tearing into things.
Wow, that was really intimidating.
That was really cool.
Girl, I'm a fucking professional. I'm scared. All right, so let's see what we got in shop. Strike that.
Trash.
This is just, the art of D&D is so beautiful. They really put like a lot of work and detail into it. I don't know if you can see a little bit here, but I'm probably opening it the wrong way. But you can see like a picture of a beholder there. I believe that's Xanathar, popular D&D character who just looks like he's laying to waste some scum. It's so cool. And inside, I did open it the right way. It looks like. Okay. We got again multiple packs, and each of these packs seem to showcase different characters. I'm not sure who that is, but it looks like he's having fun with birds.
Ooh.
He doesn't like that. And here's a beautiful blue eyes white dragon. I mean, just a regular Just a regular blue dragon.
What are the cards?
Just a regular adult blue dragon. Ooh, and we also have, I'm sorry, I'm not going to keep doing this, but
Please
we also
do
have
it.
one of my favorite kind of monsters. We have a mind flayer there. If you want to know more about mind flayers, you should check out our podcast, The Pod Has Been Cast, and you might find out a little bit about these illithid alien creatures. I'm going to open the mind flayer one because it's the void. Why not?
Yeah.
Void Master.
Let's take a look at what's going on. I've always hated the way these things squeak.
I love that sound. Are you kidding me? The sound of like.
I don't know.
That actually sounded like a little baby. I was surprised.
It's a little baby.
I was not a baby voice though.
No, we don't do baby
We don't
voices.
do baby
don't do
voices
baby
anymore.
Oh, so I think this is what they're talking about when they're talking about art cards.
Yes.
So this is a basilisk. I know,
that's
it's really
really cool.
pretty.
Oh, they put the stats on the back of the card.
They do. They put the monster stats on the back of the card. So
That's
take a look.
sick as
That's the
hell.
art from the card. And then if you flip it around, you can see after the viewer see. You can see the stats for the
I've
monster.
been chastised.
Basilisks are super cool creatures that can turn your heroes into stone. I wonder how they function in Magic.
Cool.
Let's see, what else do we have in here? Oh, this is a classic creature. We have an owl bear.
Ooh.
A cross between an owl and a bear, reviled and feared by all the owl bears. They will rip you to shreds.
But they're
Fierce
also
creatures.
kind of cute.
They are also kind of cute. I mean, let's be real.
Yeah.
They are kind of cute. We got all sorts of equipment in here. And then, we do have a shiny.
Oh shit, it's going
Oh,
down.
and it's a little fairy. How apt for me.
How apt.
A little fairy.
Wow.
Little pixie guide.
A
This
pixie
is the
guide.
pixie guide. This is gorgeous artwork too. You'll see it.
Me a queen.
What do I have on here? Take the owl bear off, and I'll replace it with this pixie guide, and you can kind of see. Ooh,
It's like Navi from Zelda.
Listen.
it's a
Uh-oh.
gorgeous hologiant. Fuck, what did I
Set
do?
the card cam.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
cam.
Carlos, you want to swing around and check
Did
the
the card cam move?
Yeah, I think I might have messed it up.
Card cam.
Thanks, continuity. That's what we pay Carlos for around here.
Yes.
So yeah, each of these, I guess, will contain one of these art cards and one of these foil cards. So you have a really good chance to get something that you maybe never seen before. So check these out. And then I think we have one more pack, and this is the most exciting pack of all. Right?
Yes, it is.
Best for
Yes,
last.
these are the fancy cards.
I think on this one, since these are the fancy cards, we're gonna open 2 of them. And we're gonna show you what's inside. All right?
Oh.
Stick around. Fabulous. We saw some pretty awesome cards so far, but I'm most excited what's in this box. Carlos, what's in your box?
Well, it's a lot of fancy stuff. Why don't we check it out? Okay. It says in the back, just really quick as a descriptor, because this probably describes it better than I did. It says, collector boosters are the ultimate way to add unique and exclusive cards to your collection. Tons of foils, special card treatments, and more await you inside every pack.
Ooh.
You said we're opening 2, right?
I think we're opening 2 on this one. Yeah, let's do it.
Shit. All right. Can you help me with one?
I'll help
please?
you. I'll help you, baby.
All right, here we go. Oh shit, immediately a foil.
Ooh. What is it?
Precipitous drop. It's one of our friends falling into a cavern.
No.
Look at that stupid idiot fall.
The fall damage.
What'd you
Fall
get?
damage is real. I have another art card here. This is a skeleton. You know, what I love about skeletons is they are, in D&D anyway, susceptible to bludgeoning type damage. I always just love that attention to detail. Like if you punch like a skull, it will fracture.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool.
They're resistant to piercing damage too, or am I making that up?
You're making that up, but that does track. That does track. They're also very hard to kill because they can sort of rebuild themselves if you don't kill them all at once. On the back of it, we have a hollow version of the map we looked at before, the Lost Mines of Phandelver, which is chock full of skeletons. So those are already 2 very cool cards. What else do you got?
Jules, I want to point something out because I want to hear you say this. So, in Magic the Gathering, they have it's a resource called land or mana, and basically you spend this to summon creatures onto the table. each one of these D&D lands has a descriptor that you typically would use in D&D.
Interesting.
And I want to hear from the Dungeon Master's voice.
Ooh.
What voice it is?
Where are we walking into right now?
This, you want me to read this? Oh, I see.
You see what I'm saying? You're describing this to us as the
I will
players.
describe this island to you. In crystal-studded waters, far below the surface, you've discovered an incubating egg of mysterious origin.
Chills.
With some
Wow.
spooky music under there.
Fabulous.
I'm an incubating egg.
So I think so. So is the thing with these sets, are they all just foils?
These are just everything. It's like foils, like really rare cards. Like this one is super rare. I'm not familiar with the character. Maybe you are. Eliwick Tumblestrum.
Never met her.
Never met her. You know
I
what?
don't know
Not
her.
rare anymore. If I don't know her, she ain't. She's a common.
Well, here's one that I would like to share.
Ooh.
This is a celestial unicorn, and Robert actually had a card like this in his pack as well. And this sort of has like some really like classic.
Yeah,
Old
like
school.
old school first edition artwork.
Yeah, I think those are just absolutely gorgeous. I'm afraid it's going to fall off the card cam, but just gorgeous line work on them. I got two like that, so I got that celestial unicorn, and I also have for some reason I think Bianca will identify this.
I knew
it. Callian, the reclusive painter, and it's a very like pretty like paladin sort of looking lady.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know a lesbian when I see
looking very sad about painting.
looking very sad about painting, which is exactly what it's like to be an artist.
Let's put that up on the cam.
Put it up on the cam.
Yeah, we love her. I don't know her story, but
I don't know her story, but I would like to.
Some of these characters, you know, if you're wanting to play D&D, some of these characters can inspire your own characters. Here, this is the Den of the Bug. I don't even know what that is, but it's really cool looking. Carlos, I sort of stole your thunder. I'm
No,
sorry.
I mean, I think you should add these to your, because I have a lot of these same like cool art cards. Maybe put it on the card cam.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we got. Here's another version of a basilisk, the one that can turn people to stone. Here's another like sort of inspiration maybe for a character. So this is Varys, the Silvery Moon Ranger. What sort of backstory, Robert, would you give to Varys, the Silvery Moon Ranger? I'll let you look at him first, so that helps.
Yeah, please. Yeah. Okay, so Varys has a wolf as well. Cool. And I think the interesting thing about this image on this card is that Varys seems to be giving some sort of signal to the wolf. Yeah. So I imagine maybe this wolf was maybe Varys's brother.
Yeah.
And was transformed into a wolf so they can communicate in some way. I think that's an interesting sort of duo dynamic, you know, that communicate with sort of hand signals and things like that. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool.
So I mean, that's what kind of makes these characters special, is you can add like sort of your own stories to them. Anything else to share over there?
I guess you could show this common card to the card collectors that might actually enjoy this character, because I don't know her.
If you are into tumbleweed lady, that's her, and she's having a good time with that banjo.
Bing, 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 bing,
All right,
bing.
we've made a huge mess here today, so we're going to clean up, and then we're going to wrap up and send you off with a little special surprise. Wow, we had a lot of fun here today.
Seamless. Wow. Seamless.
No, really, thank you all for watching us open up these cards. We've learned a lot about Magic the Gathering. Hopefully we taught you a little bit about Dungeons and Dragons, and hopefully you all spend a little bit more time with us and check out our podcast. But first, I want to hear more about our sponsors. Carlos, tell us a little bit more about MinMaxGames.
Yes, again, so MinMaxGames is here in Addison, Illinois, and we actually just opened the shop maybe about like a month ago. So if you haven't seen it before, it's because it's very, very new. We've been working online, but now we got our own game store. They do events on the weekends, pretty much Thursday, Friday, Saturday. They do a bunch of tournaments and things like that. So if you're down to play some Magic the Gathering, you can come on down. Also, our little special surprise is that we've been working with MinMaxGames to provide you with a promo code. So if you go online, You go through your purchase, you go all the way to checkout. You'll see a little section to put your little promo code. And if you use the promo code
Robert's
VOID,
Corner.
Wait. No. Sorry.
Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah, we actually had to nix that just because it was a little unfair.
And it was long.
So
Where do you
Robert
put the
has a
apostrophe?
corner. It's called Robert's Corner, and the promo almost was completely centered around Robert's Corner. Unfortunately, we had to nix it and land the promo code in VOID. 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 You put that on the promo code portion, and you'll get $5 off your next order. Take advantage of it.
Please do. That's fabulous. If you want to know more about the Void and what's up with that, Bianca, where can these potential Voidfarers find us?
Since you're already here, you are a Voidfarer. Come on in. You can find us on social media. You can find us on Reddit and YouTube at The Pod Has Been Cast. We'll be uploading all of Book 1 onto our YouTube channel soon, so be sure to smash that like and subscribe button and leave us little comments on your favorite parts below. You can also tweet us on Twitter at thepodhasbeencast, and you can find us on Instagram at The Pod Has Been Cast. And keep your eyes peeled on our Instagram for a little more Magic the Gathering bonus content.
Bianca, do you mean that there's still more magic to be made?
Oh, Jules, there's always magic to be made when we're involved.
Wow.
Wow.
Nice.
Well, there's really the only thing that could really take us home the way I want to be taken home. After, it is the tradition on The Pod Has Been Cast that we end all of our episodes by visiting my favorite spot of the world, and that is Robert's Corner.
Yeah, so for Robert's Corner this week, I think just, since we're in Addison, we're pretty close to Lombard, which was Carlos and I's old stomping grounds. I think I'd like to bring up one of my old favorite places in the world, Enchanted Castle.
Yes!
Carlos, you remember Enchanted Castle?
Yeah, I remember Enchanted Castle.
If you're in the Chicagoland area, if you're near Lombard, I used to work there in high school. I worked there like 15 years ago. And it's just a blast, you know, arcade, castle wizard themed sort of like fantasy fun land, laser tag, mini golf. I don't think they have bumper cars anymore. The bumper cars that they used to have was one of those like really old school bumper cars where the whole floor was electrified.
Ooh.
And one time a coworker dropped a screwdriver on the electrified bumper cars and it melted. So the screwdriver instantly melted. It was super dangerous. So I don't think they have bumper cars anymore. I wouldn't be okay with that, at least if I was running the place. But yeah, shout out Enchanted Castle. I used to love working there.
Enchanted Castle, if you're ever looking for a sponsor partner, come visit us over at the Pod Has Been Cast.
Please call us.
Yeah.
I don't know if we have the same clientele necessarily, but we're always willing to talk.
Yes.
Well, thank you all for joining us for making a little bit magic. We learned a lot about magic. You learned a little bit about D&D. We all learned a little bit about love. And with that, it's your Void Master, Jules, signing off.
Okay, bye.